Hey, welcome back everyone. It is now March 16th of 2022, and ever since the very end of the Book of Boba Fett and The Mandalorian Season 2 together, a lot of Star Wars fans have truly been looking forward to the future of the Star Wars universe by George, Jon, and Dave Filoni, and exactly what they have in store for the overall mandoverse. This includes Star Wars shows such as The Mandalorian Season 4, the Ahsoka Tano series, Mando Season 3, and a lot more to be announced at Star Wars Celebration later this year. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel for future Star Wars updates. Also, by the way, guys, I am on Twitter at Mike01 if you guys want to go ahead and give me a follow on there. I do post a couple of entertaining things from time to time and really interact with you guys further. So, the real interesting thing about the Star Wars universe right now is exactly what's happening with Star Wars Legends. Now, we already know that Legends is going to be a big deal in the new universe because we have a lot of Legends characters from the Thrawn trilogy, from Shadows of the Empire, and the new Jedi Order books making their way into the Disney canon now, and how both George, Jon, and Dave are going to find ways to balance all of this out for the Star Wars fandom, and especially for the hardcore fans that really know this material from the 1990s into the 2000s. So with that being said, however, one thing that Jon and Dave Filoni are truly trying to do and achieve with The Mandalorian Season 4, given that now Season 3 and the filming for that season is coming to an end by the end of this month in March, there's a lot of things happening for Season 4 that's going to include a host of Legends characters that will be used in these new stories. So, of course, one in particular is Mara Jade. Now, this is one of the most respected Star Wars Legends characters of all time because of her adventures with Luke Skywalker and her association with Luke Skywalker, and how she really was responsible for keeping that Skywalker legacy alive and the bloodline alive and continuing throughout the years. But I digress. What's really exciting is that with creators Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni getting ready to begin filming the Ahsoka Tano TV show, they are also beginning to work on the 4th season of The Mandalorian that will debut sometime in 2023. However, it's described that one major scene that is already pre-planned for The Mandalorian Season 4 is set to be filmed by early 23, around January and or February, that will involve characters like Luke Skywalker and Mara Jade, portrayed by actress Karen Gillan. Now, further, it's noted, however, that this intense scene is set to take place on a familiar world in the Outer Rim territory. However, it's currently unclear what the world is exactly going to be. Now, the world is best described to be very jungle-like, where Luke Skywalker is searching for the Thrawn's hand, who is said to be Mara Jade, that serves as Thrawn's hired spy and assassin. Now, further, this is described to be the location in which both Luke and Mara Jade meet for the very first time, where they are set to engage in a fast-paced lightsaber duel against each other. The scene is set to involve Luke Skywalker on the hunt for a very important Jedi holocron that once belonged to a very important Jedi Master that both Mara and Luke are trying to discover. This is what leads to both characters confronting each other, as they are looking for the same thing that is crucial to their relationship development that will be explored in the series later on. So let me just stop right there for 1 second now. Dave Filoni already hinted at this for Mando Season 3, that the Force is going to be very strong with this season, and how it's going to have a lot to do with Jedi and Sith origin stories, and how that's going to make its way into the overall structure of the story. And this specific Jedi holocron that Luke is after in Season 4, that really does raise a lot of questions. Exactly whose Jedi holocron is this? Who did it once belong to? And why is it so important? That is the biggest question open on the table for discussion right now. I would love to hear what you guys have to say about this below in the comments. However, when it all dwindles down to Mara Jade, this is where the big fight begins to progress. So further, both Luke and Mara Jade and their scenes have already been storyboarded for the show and are finalized to be used in the script. One sequence in particular even involves Mara Jade force-pushing Luke Skywalker into a dark cave, where Luke falls down a series of stone steps that leads to an underground lake that both Mara Jade and Luke Skywalker will fight alongside of. The scenery is described to be very unique, unlike anything seen in Star Wars yet. Both Luke and Mara's duel is described to be very similar to both Palpatine and Mace Windu's duel from Revenge of the Sith, where Luke and Mara Jade will be fighting in tight corners within the cave scenery, where eventually the fight begins to escalate to a moment in which Luke Skywalker force pulls the lightsaber out of hers and out of her hand, and force pushes her into the lake, where she is submerged in the water. So again, you can see exactly how this lightsaber duel pretty much escalates. It gets more and more intense as the duel progresses, and I kind of like battles like that. It kind of reminds me of Vader and Luke's duel in The Empire Strikes Back, and how that progressed, where it eventually led to the moment in which Luke Skywalker falls down, and Darth Vader just has to look and see his son falling down to that pit. Moving on. Of course, on top of this is where Luke now deactivates Mara Jade's saber and begins to use the Force Freeze technique, where he questions her about Grand Admiral Thrawn and why he is in need of the Jedi holocron. This is where Mara Jade is set to turn against Thrawn after multiple lines of dialogue given from Luke, where Mara and Luke's rivalry is actually said to be very brief in Season 4, as Jon and Dave want to explore their relationship and build that in great detail, and how they can build off that in other Star Wars shows as well. Actress Karen Gillan is already planned to do her own stunts in the scene, and the CG version of Luke is set to be used for this sequence in particular. This location, based in the Outer Rim, is also set to be a popular location in Star Wars Legends. And that's another big question. Exactly where is this fight taking place? Where is both Luke and Mara Jade? Where are they? That's the biggest question. Now, where they are and the location of the Jedi holocron is said to have a lot of Jedi origins. A Jedi origin story, to be specific. And it does raise a lot of questions as to exactly what Jon and Dave are doing with that, and exactly why is it so important in The Mandalorian Season 4. The thing about Season 4 and Season 3, alright, is that they are going to be working with each other. They're said to be treated as a Part 1 and Part 2, almost, when it comes to how broad the story is going to be, and how interconnected they're going to be. If you look at Season 1 and 2, you can really see how it kind of differentiates, you know, in comparison to each other. Season 3 and 4 are going to have big connections and big ways of kind of inserting new characters and how they're going to be told in the next season after that. So that really does raise a lot of other questions as well, is exactly where does this bring, of course, Luke and Mara in other Star Wars TV shows, and exactly how it's going to be used in what's being dubbed as the quote-unquote third phase of Star Wars TV shows by Jon, George, and Dave Filoni. That really is the biggest question of all time, right? So when you look at everything related to this, the fact that they are taking a lot of inspiration from prequel trilogy-esque fighting styles, you know, that overall type of choreography, is a big deal. It goes to show you that they really want to keep up with the fast-paced lightsaber duels in the overall mandoverse and kind of keep that intact. You know, we already kind of witnessed that with Luke Skywalker, you know, with his moves being very fast-paced, even though it wasn't a duel per se. We got to see him fight those, you know, troopers and pretty much taking them out one by one in a very fast-paced manner. But overall, guys, I would like to hear what you guys have to say about both Luke and Mara Jade, and exactly what's going on with the overall Star Wars story, and what you believe is going to happen between Mando Season 4 and the years to come ahead, and how Jon, George, and Dave are going to handle that. But anyways, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this below in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.